Hello everyone and welcome to the Python QA Bootcamp. Let's begin by clarifying what this is and what is not. In IT, there are several common ways to learn, apart from completely self-directed study. A course is usually designed for beginners. It gives structured, broad coverage of topics so that by the end a person can perform a specific job function. In other words, a course gives you a solid foundation across the domain. A training program is usually narrower and more specialized. It's meant for deepening expertise in a specific area rather than building everything from the scratch. Mentoring is different again, it's based on the self study supported by experienced expert. It usually includes frequent one to one sessions, feedback, and guidance through difficult situations. It's especially useful when you want to absorb practical habits and professional judgments from someone more senior. A bootcamp, however, is about speed, focus, and outcomes. Bootcamp is an intensive learning format designed to help you reach a practical result as quickly as possible. We do not spend too much time on historical background, elegant theory on its own sake, or fascinating side roads that are not immediately useful. We take the shortest path to employability. We learn what is necessary to perform the job, get the first result, and only then go deeper where it makes sense. So, yes, this is a bootcamp. Our goal is very simple: to get you to a level that is good enough to pass interview for a Python QA position and begin working with real tools, real code, and real engineering tasks. To achieve the goal, there are four core areas we must cover: the Python, the testing, the databases, and web applications. We will dedicate roughly 1 month to each area, and after that, we will add AI integration as a separate stage. Because this is no longer optional decoration, it's a real market advantage. Let's be honest, AI is not a futuristic bonus anymore. It's already part of modern engineer work. People say AI will replace programmers. Well, it's debatable, but maybe. Oh, but programmers who are use AI effectively will absolutely replace those who refuse to learn it. So, yes, during this bootcamp, we will not only learn practical AI integration, we will also use AI tools intensively in our daily workflow. Not as a magic, not as a crutch, as a leverage. That means learning to ask better questions, generate useful prompt drafts, debug faster, write tests more efficiently, document what we build, and validate outputs instead of trusting them blindly like they are ancient prophecy or something. In other words, we will use AI like engineers, not like fortune tales. So, the full journey is 5 months, 5 months, focused learning across key stages, plus 1 extra month for positioning, closing gaps, straightening weak areas, building portfolio pieces, and earning certificates. That means you should mentally prepare for 6 months of intensive work. And here I want to stress something important. In learning, consistency matters more than heroic bursts of motivation. It is much better to study 2 hours every day than to study 20 hours on a weekend. Knowledge is built through repetition, exposure, and continuity. Your brain prefers steady pressure over dramatic suffering. Very inconvenient, I know. I have also prepared a list of certificates that can straighten your position during resume screening. I have also collected a list of courses that you will study independently. But the most important thing I prepared is the roadmap. Why does the roadmap matter? Because one of the biggest mistakes beginners make is scattering their effort across too many topics. They start Python, then jump into Django, then Docker, then machine learning, then the 3 YouTube channels, then a course of Kubernetes for reason known only to Destiny. Or they do exact opposite. They dig so deeply into obscure language details that even half the industry has politely moved on, and the other half only touch them once every solar eclipse. Both paths feel impressive. Neither is a good strategy for getting employed fast. Our roadmap is designed in an effective way to reduce noise, to define the minimum viable skill set, break journey into clear stages, and help you focus only on what matters right now. This way, you can move forward step by step, check progress visibly, and avoid drowning in the ocean of useful things that are not yet necessary. And trust me, in tech, the ocean of useful things is infinite. You can drown in tutorials before you ever write your first decent test. Few words about me. I'm a Java developer with almost 10 years of experience, and in the past I led the Java Guru School in Belarus, where I taught personally and designed several courses. Right now, I'm also highly interested in strengthening my own expertise in the intersection of Python and AI. So, I will not be standing on the shore with a whistle while you swim. I will be learning alongside you. We will go through the difficult part together, solve problems together, and move toward employment together. As the bootcamp progresses, I will also add concise summaries of the most important ideas from each course, practical exercises to reinforce the material, and test to check your understanding. So this is not just watch videos and good luck. This is guided, focused, outcome-oriented process. Now, the first practical step. You need to prepare your working environment. Please install and set up the following. Visual Studio Code. This is idea to write your program, write your code. Today is one of the most practical and accessible environments for Python development, and it has very strong integration with GitHub Copilot. Roughly 75% of Python developers nowadays use Visual Studio. You need to install Python. This one should not be controversial. Python Bootcamp without Python would be an ambiguous experimental genre. GitHub. You need to create an account and install GitHub if needed. After that, you should connect Copilot inside Visual Studio Code through your GitHub account, because Copilot provided by GitHub, so you need to connect these two tools. Confluence. Start using it from the day one to organize knowledge, to collect notes, to build your cheat sheets, and document what you learn. In the teams I have worked with, in production experience of course, documentation was almost always handled in Confluence or a similar tool, so getting comfortable with this habit early is useful. A generative AI tool. You can choose one whether you prefer ChatGPT, Gemini, or another option you like. The exact tool is less important than the habit of use it productively. In my daily work, I use ChatGPT, and I will show prompt examples based on that workflow. And LinkedIn. Create or update your LinkedIn profile from day one. Feel it gradually as you progress. Recruiters use LinkedIn heavily, and your profile should begin showing evidence of growth as early as possible. Also, register for EPAM training program used in the link I've shared. If you get stuck during this top phase, message me in the chat. If everything goes smoothly, start with lecture from either University of Helsinki or Harvard. All links I will send you. Even if your English does not feel strong enough yet, you still need to watch and listen on English. At first, you do not need to understand every word perfectly. You need to build familiarity with the language, terminology, rhythm, and professional context. Let me be very direct here. If by the end of this bootcamp you are still afraid of English language technical material, then the training will not have done its job. Because real documentation is in English. Interviews are often in English. Tooling is in English. Errors are definitely in English and they are often very emotional about it. So yes, English is a part of training too. This bootcamp is here to help you move faster, stay focused, and avoid wasting energy. You will have summaries, you will have tasks, you will have support, and you will have a sequence. But you must bring the one thing nobody can install for you like a Visual Studio Code extension: the discipline. I wish you patience, consistency, and stubbornness. Let's go to the work.